Welcome to NES Family Feud. Dag, what's up, Sarks? Welcome in. One family game. Oh, that's a Q. Oh no. Where are the oaks? Good. When does good games start? You mean Radiant Silvergun after I finish Family Feud, which I guess, 2 hours in. I mean, I brought 4 versions of Family Feud, so I'll try to get a game out of each of them. How many people surveyed? Top 5 answers on the board. Name something a father builds for his kids. Wow. Thanks, guy. Toy chest. I don't know. Swing set. Aha, got him. Trauma? We build trauma. Yeah, it's only a few dollars. Something a father builds for his kids. I don't know, a treehouse? Those were kicking back in the day. People still do tree houses. Playhouse, okay. A bunk bed? Bunk bed. Damn. Done fucked up Suggs. Something a father builds for his kids. We already got the big answer on the board. I mean, I can put in trauma, but I don't think that's going to be an answer. If I type in trauma and it comes up grandma, it says it's okay. Trauma. Trauma's a weird word. Trauma. Dang it, Brian. Trauma wouldn't be very 80s. I honestly can't think of anything. Like treehouse is the big thing, or a swing set or something like that. That's already taken, already done it. Ah. Or Williams get it wrong. Yeah, get fucked. But show me the answers. So show me the answers. Models. Playhouse and dollhouse. What if I just said house? Would it give me either answer? Would they both be wrong? Top 4 answers on the board. There's really not a lot of answers to these questions. Name a type of cookie that people bake at home. Peanut butter. Yes. Chocolate. 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 Chocolate chip. 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 There's no way that's not like the answer. It would give you grandma, right? Of course my dad builds grandmas in his free time. Sugar cookie. How popular were snickerdoodles back then? Want to try oatmeal or oatmeal raisin. Those are pretty popular. Oh, well, that's it. All this is achievements, apparently. The Grands feud. Of 100 people surveyed, the top 4 answers on the board. Name something you should jot down when you witness a crime. I can't even finish reading the questions before the CPU gets to put their answers in. I wish I knew what they said, though. This game doesn't tell you what they tried to use. I guess license plate. How the fuck do I spell license again? I before E except after C. Damn, not even that. Good. Hope it just defaults to not answering anything. The hour, the minute, the second. I don't know. You witness a crime, should jot down. Yeah, place sounds like where did it happen? Location. Well, they gave it to us. They gave it to us to answer. Let's see. Who, what, where, when, and why. Basically. How should I answer who? Perpetrator? Suspect? Person. Who did what with what weapon? The fuck do you want? I know it's gotta be on there. Face? Sure, I'll try face. Watch them get it. It'll be grandma. Don't think I'd ever. Well, this one's nicer than the SNES version. That always gives them the one description. That's what we needed. I said license plate. Is that not good enough? Tag number. Get out of here. Oh, you're already playing fast money? Alright. I guess we won then. Name an animal that can kill a man. It's a bear. A bear could kill a man. Name something you create. You carve. Sorry. Statue. Name something you do while driving. Driving. Sitting. Sitting. Me. Name something people do on vacation. Relax. Name something you climb. Mountain. Me again. There. No statues. No one's carving anything out of stone. No sitting while driving, I guess. Relaxing shore. Mountain shore. Damn. You're behind. Name an animal that can kill a man. What other animals are very anti-human? A lion. I think people would commonly say lion. I think something you carve. Carve a spoon out of some wood. I'm just gonna say wood. And nothing specific. Name something you do while driving. I don't know, watching. Waiting. Being attentive. Looking. No, something you do while driving, not don't do, Brian. Name something people do on vacation. I don't know. Fun. They have fun on vacation. Name something you climb. I don't know, one of those big walls that mountain climbers climb on in the fun park. Stairs? Stairs would be I was thinking some actual climbing. Climbing stairs seems pretty good. Lion, no. Wood. No looking. No fun. Damn it, we lost. Who's not having fun on vacation? No fun allowed. But what the fuck do you do while driving besides driving? I should have just said driving and watch it give me the answer. Damn. Only $870. Feud again? No, we gotta move on to the other family feuds. That was the NES family feud. Now we'll go to... We're Japanese right now. An American F family. Oh, I have to turn off the. Wait, luckily the game's covering it. Okay, this is the one y'all should be familiar with. I like the bullseye round, it's pointless. Oh, got a continued tradition now, we're the Awook family. The Alberts. Play for $5,000, let's do it. Hundred people surveyed. The top 8 answers on the board are: name a food that's terrible when eaten cold. What food do people eat cold that they don't like eating cold? Like people eat pizza cold and they love it. Name a state with 2 words in its name. New York, so... This one should be easy, right? Easy. Florida. Let's play that one. I don't know, let's start with all the north and souths. North Dakota. Yeah, it's Mama. South Dakota. Texas. West Virginia. Mount Mama. North Carolina. Good answer. It's a lot of typing, I'm already tired. Should have made them answer this shit. Damn, nobody likes South Carolina, I guess. Where is it? There's a West Virginia, where's East Virginia? Is East Virginia just Virginia? I don't fucking know. West side of Philly. That's a road. Road is land. Rico's not a state. What are we missing? New Jersey. Yeah, but this is not now. This is like 25 years ago. New Mexico. Alright, one more. What's the last one? Come on, just gotta think of that Wacko's United States song. Name all 50 capitals. Do it. Sure, the missing state's in there somewhere. New Hampshire. What if I just say New Hamp? I think he'll give it to me. Just New Hamp. Well, the audience liked it. How we spell it? New Hampshire? Hampshire? See, they said good answer for both of them. Clearly they knew what I meant by New Hamp. Didn't want to give it to me. That was an easy one. I'm gonna take that Alberts. Idiots. Not that they had a chance. I answered the best answer right away. Name something that goes great with steak. A1 sauce. Oh no. I'm gonna say fine. Onions. Ugh, I don't like onions. Potato mashed, a baked potato. Like wine with their steak. I don't know. You can try potato. Wine is a thing with steak? I don't... Mushroom sauce? Damn, no wine. Oh, they're gonna play it. They're gonna play it and immediately no guess. See. What, salad? What, salad with their steak? They just want more steak. Oh, there's your mushroom. Mushrooms. For steak. What's the #1 answer? Is it the steak sauce? Do people really need their A1 sauce? Who the fuck puts beans on their steak? They eating beans. Potato, there it is. That's what I was gonna guess. Fuck's beans, fucking cheaters. Name a place where a respectable woman meets eligible men. A respectable place? The grocery store? Oh no. 5. Behind the Dunkin' Donuts. Respectable place. The fuck? I have no clue. I've never met a respectable woman. had her find me. So clearly this doesn't exist. A club? Is that a respectable place? This is respectable place. No, respectable. The library. Damn, Brian. Can't believe Brian picks up chicks at the library. Once. Pretty sure no respectable lady I know would go to the library at all. Help. 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 The fuck is the health club? Like the YMCA? Is that what you mean? I guess that'd be for men, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Something like that. Well, the number one answer is what we need. Alright. We gotta think hard on this. This is the number one answer. It has to have a lot. Should be park. You wanna go with park? Tinder is a significant improvement over what this is. Like, you wanna just go to the library and scope out some chicks, Scooble? Park sounds cafe? Cafe, well, you don't just go to a restaurant to find a woman. What, does she just go in and eat alone and then hope someone walks up and says, "Hey miss, I notice you're eating alone. Want to talk?" The bar? No, a respectable place. I don't think bar is respectable. Cafe sounds good, but so does the park. Girl, is that some salad? Oh man. So what do you guys think? Park or cafe? Yeah, I'm single. I don't know. No woman's come up to me at a cafe or a park to talk to me. So shit. Is there experience? I have none. There's no experience to be had. Anime club. This is the 90s. What's super common? Anime conventions? I don't know if they remember. This is early 90s. This is something where a woman goes to find men. Like that's their goal. Do you normally find men at the park? Cafe. The BL section of an 18 plus adult store. Should just put in grandma and hope for the best. Naked grandma. Hey, Terrace, welcome in. Cafe, park, it's so difficult. Laundromat? Let's go with the The risky answer. Laundromat. It's just crazy enough to work. Church. Fucking church. 69, very nice. 69 people said church. No, we lost this one. Yeah, shut up, Alberts. Oh, wait, there's another one. You have a chance. Name something people have at their front door. I guess a doormat. Watch it be 2 words. Oh, good. I guess we have to play it because we know they're gonna answer it if we don't. A bell, a doorbell. A newspaper. Okay, mat, doorbell, and what, a light? A doorknob. Alright, we did it. We're back in. Yeah, get fucked, Alberts. No bride. No naked grandma. I get to play Fast Money, so do it. Name the part of your body that is most in need of exercise. All of it. I guess the stomach area. Dick. Name something on a woman's vanity table. It's lipstick. Name the age when kids learn to tie their shoes. I knew by like 4 or 5 or 6 or something. I don't know. 26. 2? No, I didn't learn to tie my shoes at 2. Come on. I didn't mean to pass. I literally couldn't put any answer in. Oh, because it wanted a fucking number. I couldn't spell the number. Never mind, I didn't even notice there was a row of numbers there. Name something guests do at a wedding. I don't know. Cheer. Sit. Cheer. I don't have time. Tell me what you think should be national speed limits. I don't know. 65. 4.
Survey says number 1 answer. Survey says. Survey says.
Nice.
Survey says.
No cheering at the wedding.
Survey says number 1 answer.
Well, 65 is number 1 also. Alright, we have a good chance. And part of the body needs exercise. It's the legs. The butt. What about the butt? Back in the day, people didn't want to have a big butt. Now they love having big butts. Arms. Arms? I don't know. It's in need of exercise. Yeah, but people didn't used to like big butts. I feel like legs would be better. Name something on the woman's dining table. Lipstick wasn't good enough. What other mascara? What was popular makeup? Does the mirror count as being on the vanity table? Mirror. Name the age at which, I don't know. What was super popular about it? It didn't say #1 answers. It's either 5 or 30. I don't know if I learned to tie my shoes late. I don't know when you guys learned to tie your shoes. I think 3 is better. I think something gets to at a wedding. I don't know, sit and watch people get married. I guess dance. I had to dance since I was a groomsman. So I had to do that. I guess 60, since 65 was already #1 answer.
Survey says. Survey says. Survey says. Survey says.
Yeah. We did it, guys. We won. Oh, thank you for showing me the final answer, too. So I guess 5 or 6 would have been better. See, the show actually tells you what the #1 answer was. This doesn't. I'm disappointed. It's like everyone wants to know what the best answer was. GG's, thank you. Finally won one together. Yeah, but that's not all. We have a PlayStation version. Maybe this one's a bit more refined. Yes, thank you everyone for your answers. We did good. So chat your family now, I suppose so. Or do we have to be feuding first? Are we fighting yet? Oh man. Remember when he hosted? Shit. Feud with other families?
Welcome to the Family Feud. You can go directly backstage and prepare for the show, or you can go to our Create Your Family selection.
Create my family.
You can create a new family or edit one that already exists.
Robinson, Wu, Howard, and Jones. Wait, why can't I pick an empty slot? You won't even let me pick an empty slot. Let's make a family, come here. Brian, not like that. We're doing it through menus only. Edit characteristics. Choose family name. Here are the oops. Choose origin.
Okay, where is your family from?
Oh, it's Alabama. That's my own.
Where is your family
Oh, okay. Well, it's like Alabama, but also Montgomery. Isn't Montgomery in Alabama? So why is it a separate option? The Yellow Hammer State. Okay, so I guess the options are the state, the capital, or I guess the whatever this what we'd call this the state. I don't know, something. The Last Frontier, the Grand Canyon State, Arkansas, the Natural State, California, the Golden State, Colorado, the Centennial State, Connecticut, the Constitution State, Delaware, the First State, Florida, the Sunshine State, Georgia, the Peach State, Hawaii, the Aloha State, Idaho, the Gem State, Illinois, the Land of Lincoln, Indiana, the Hoosier State, Iowa, the Hawkeye State, Kansas, the Sunflower State, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State, Louisiana, the Pelican State, Maine, the Pine Tree State, Maryland, the Old Line State, Massachusetts, the Bay State, Michigan, the Great Lakes State, Minnesota, the North Star State, Fists of the North Star, Minnesota's animal, Mississippi, the Magnolia State, Missouri, the Show Me State. Show me what? Montana, the Treasure State. Nebraska, the Cornhusker State. It's a whole bunch of Cornhuskers. That sounds racist. Nevada, the Silver State. New Hampshire, the Granite State. New Jersey, the Garden State. New Mexico, the Land of Enchantment. New York, the Empire State. North Carolina, the Tar Heel State. North Dakota, the Peace Garden State. Ohio, the Buckeye State. Oklahoma, the Sooner State. Sooner than what? Based on what? What? Don't know Bismarck, North Dakota? Is that not the capital anymore? Although I guess Columbus wasn't either. It used to be Cleveland, right? Actually, I don't know. I don't know the capitals. Ohio's right here. It's not. It's up your child. Oklahoma, the Oregon, the Beaver State. Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. Rhode Island, the Ocean State. South Carolina, the Palmetto State. South Dakota, the Mount Rushmore State. That's all it's known for, is Mount Rushmore. It's not even the Mount Rushmore State. Tennessee, the Volunteer State. Texas, the Lone Star State. Utah, the Beehive State. Vermont, the Green Mountain State. Virginia, the Old Dominion State. Washington, the Evergreen State.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
West Virginia, the Mountain State. Wisconsin, the Badger State. Wyoming, the Equality or... What do you mean or? The Equality or Cowboy State. Is that a choice? Equality or Cowboys, take your pick. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, so now it's just combinations of both. No, I'm gonna pick a quality or cowboy state. You can only have one. You're either equal or cowboy. The two warring factions. Alright, Wyoming, you win today. Use an adjective.
A word to describe your family. All
Yeah.
included in my game intro.
Accomplished. Acrimonious. I don't even know what that means. Oh, my acrimonious. Acrimonious. Caustic, stinging, or bitter in nature, speech, and behavior. That's pretty negative. How, how toxic are we? Adventurous, agreeable, ambitious, amiable, ample, amusing, animated, appealing, pick toxic. Let's put acrimonious on there for now. It's an adjective
Just
too.
another word to describe your family.
Wait, are they different from the first ones? Oh, I think they're different from the first ones.
Pick a word to describe your family. All included in my game intro.
We have to go through all of them because the two adjectives are different sets. Bad, baffling, ballistic, beautiful, bellicose, amused, bodacious, boring. Bemused is a weird word. Bemused just means confused. It's very similar. Bodacious, boring, brilliant, broad-minded, burly, calm, charming, cheerful, chic, classy, clean, clever. It's called comfortable, committed, complicated, conceited, confident, confused, congenial, conservative, conscientious, consistent. There's so many words. Crappy, crazy, critical, curious, decent, dedicated, mental, desperate, dignified, diligent, down to earth, dumb. You be dumb. He says he'll include it in his intro. He's gonna call us dumb.
Let's get down to business.
Or we could be effervescent. The dumb equality cowboy state. The everyday boy welcome in. We're trying to make our family. Oh no, is my bot not running? Did it disconnect? Has it been 30 days and I need to reconnect it again? Here we go again. Thanks, Twitch. Please enter the digits that are in your email right now. Authorize. Connect. Put a 2 in the shout out. Shouldn't have said that. No, that's exactly how it should be because Aya is number 1. The hell, I connected you. Why aren't you doing the thing I tell you? Console. Apparently it's been paying attention this whole time. Bot is dead, I can't believe it. Oh, there it goes. Hope you had fun with what you did. Don't mind me, I'm just chilling. You weren't playing any game, you were just chilling. Thank you for doing the shout out, Brian. Empathetic, enchanting, energetic, enlightened, enterprise, enthusiastic, ethical, even temporary, excited, exquisite, extraordinary, extroverted, exuberant, fair, fanciful, fantastic, first class, fit, flamboyant. We could be flamboyant. Be friendly, focused, gaming, garrulous, garrule, to be like Guru. Garrulous. Excessively talkative in a rambling, roundabout manner, especially about trivial matters. Generous, gifted, gigantic, glamorous, good, graceful, garrulous. No, I wanted to say garu, mark of the wolves. It was gracious, great, gregarious, handsome, hard-headed. Hard-headed. Yes, please call me hard-headed. Call our family hard-headed. Helpful, humble, hungry, incredible. Industrious. Lackadaisical. Nitpicky. Off the wall. Revolutionary. Self-centered. You'd be self-centered. Smart alecky. Superficial. Tolerant, traditional, trustful, ubiquitous. Well-behaved. Young at heart. Oh, there you go. Did everyone pick a word? Are they happy with the dumb? Guess while we think about that, let's find out what our second adjectives are.
Another word to describe your family.
Actual
Be
body.
creative.
Bogus. Boisterous. Brawny, brazen. Chivalrous, comfortable, compassionate. Dumb and complex. Creative, cruel. Dumb and debonair. Dumb and deliberate. Dumb and deleted. Dumb and demented. Dumb and dependable. Dumb but also educated. Dumb and dumb. Dumb and gifted. Dumb and helpless. Dumb and helpless, that's pretty good. Dumb and hopeless. I got helpless and hopeless. Dumb and idiosyncratic. Dumb and indifferent. Dumb and what is kitschy? Tawdry or showy and usually appealing to popular or undiscriminating taste. Okay. Liberal, literate, loony, loopy, loyal. Lugubrious. Mournful, dismal, or gloomy, especially in an affected, exaggerated, or unrelieved manner. Okay. Dumb and misguided. Nonconformist. Dumb yet optimistic. Perceptive, personable, petite, playful, poised, positive, practical, preppy, quarrelsome, rampant, and dumb and relentless. Our dumbness knows no bounds. Self-assured, self-centered, serene, social, sophisticated, dumb and upset. Wise, witty, worldly. Let's see. So I guess dumb and helpless. Dumb and hopeless. We have helpless and hopeless. Without hope. Without help. Dumb and helpless. Edit member. How good can we edit our members? Oh my god, we can just full on create a woman. Oh damn. I don't have very many options. Damn, cover up, Grandma. Please. I don't think I can change their hair color or their... Wait, is that all I have? Are these like my only options? Well, I guess I'm choosing body. Choose hair. Yeah, the front changes slightly. Let me choose a male body. Maybe he can be bald. Wait, no, go back. Should accept. No, the hair just changes slightly in the front. Yeah, that looks right. Eyes. Nose, mouth, skin. Damn, that's really dark. Scanendorf. Oh, well, I guess we're done. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go with that. Family complete.
Welcome to the Family Feud.
Go backstage.
Backstage. Oh. You need to pick a family.
Now loading. It's like a dating profile. Some more options than modern FF games. Like Final Fantasy 11 has barely any options when you make a character. I think 14 has a bit more. I refuse to believe this is Family Feud. Yeah, making a family is a big part of it now. They have the technology, they didn't have it back then.
They're from the Equality State. And they describe
No,
themselves
or
as
cowboy.
dumb and helpless. Let's hear it for them. Family number 1.
Can't believe he didn't say or cowboy.
They're from Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
They describe themselves as being gracious
Gracious.
and cerebral.
It's cerebral.
Family number 2.
Never Howard. You're cool because you're cerebral.
Our 2 families will be doing battle for big bucks on the Family Feud. Here he is, the host of Family Feud, Louis Anderson.
It's not even. Oh, he is.
Game lined up for you. Let's get started.
To say it's like he's just a sprite. This is Family Feud. Yeah, that is what we're doing right now. There, everyday boy. How you doing?
You know the drill. 100 people did the survey. Top 5 answers up on the board. Good luck.
Good luck.
Are you ready? Name something that people soak.
Cotton candy. I saw a rice on do it.
Family number 2.
They soak their teeth.
Is it there?
I guess if your dentures, maybe.
Yes, indeed.
It's on the board, but it's not in the top spot. Over to the next family.
I mean, dentures, I'd understand.
Your answer.
Being something that people soak themselves, their bodies. I want to say themselves, even though body would probably make more sense.
Hurry, please. We're almost out of time.
Wait, now, how do I... Oops, go back to the game, go back to the game. Triangle for done.
Let's see if it's up there.
They just go out on the street and ask people questions. Or perhaps some kind of survey that people take.
Good answer, but it wasn't in our top 5.
Shut up, clearly it wasn't a good answer. Give me shit. Go ahead.
Pass? All right then.
He didn't say anything, don't answer for him.
Another player. We need another answer.
I'm gonna go with
People so.
body.
You never know what's going to be up there. Survey says.
Nobody takes a soak in the bathtub, I guess.
That's strike number 1. Next player. What's your guess? Name something.
Hair? Soak their hair?
Let's see if it's up there.
If you don't know.
Number 2.
Uh-oh.
Next family. Get ready to steal. Next family member. What do you say? Name something that people sew.
Babies when they baptize them.
You never know what's going to be up there. Survey says.
Whoa, number 1 ants. Feet.
Our top answer.
Sniff.
Way to go. Another player, okay. Got an answer for us?
Alright, Ganondorf. You already answered Warlock Foot.
So,
Can't use that answer. People soak vegetables, so just leave them in water.
hurry, please.
You don't soak your mouth. Your mouth. That sounds incredibly incorrect. There were still 2 dots there. What do you mean?
Show me the answer.
Now it's just mount.
Good answer, but it wasn't in our top 5.
I've already said like the same line twice. I hate it. There's definitely going to be like 2 clips for each potential thing. I'm just going to reuse them over and over.
It's your turn. Next player, let's go.
Let's play her. Let's go.
Name something that people sew.
State. Huh?
Good answer. Good answer. Is it up there?
Hmm? Okay. I don't know who soaks their steaks.
Good answer, but it wasn't in our top 5.
I'm glad an answer doesn't necessarily have to be correct like the SNES version.
Family number 1. You did it. Way to go.
No, what are the other answers? They're not cupping out of the answers.
What was the second most popular answer? What was in third?
Clothes.
What was the fourth most popular
Dishes.
answer?
Right, dishes we should have gotten. Beans. There goes beans again.
That takes us to the end of this round. Let's check the scoreboard.
Bean just keeps finding its way back here.
Family number one, you are off to a great start.
It's always the dance guy soaking beans.
Let's go. It's time for round two.
Round 2 in all lowercase. That's weird. I mean, round in all capitals seems okay, but all lowercase, not allowed.
I need a couple more players.
Their hands are nowhere near the button. The buttons are clearly there.
Up there. Good luck.
God, they better press it.
Ready. Name a place where you've awakened and then had to think for a couple of seconds. Where
What?
What do you think it is, family number two?
How many people are getting drunk? That they sleep and not remember?
All right. Let's see if it's on the board.
Oh no. I have no idea how to answer this one.
Good guess, but it's not there. Let's give family number one a shot.
I've never not known where I was when I woke up.
Okay, family number one.
Name a place where you've awakened and then had to think for a few seconds about where you were. I guess a relative's home.
Quickly.
Say relatives.
Is it there? Let's see.
One's own house.
Nice try, but sorry. Let's try another question.
No, I want to know the answers to that question. No.
You know the drill. 100 people did the survey. Top 6 answers up on the board. Good luck. Are you ready? Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty.
Please. Go ahead, nerd.
What do you think it is, family number two?
I mean, police are kind of like a military.
I hope it's up there for you. Excellent. It's up there, but there are several that can beat it. Next family. Your answer, family number one. All right, let's see if it's on the board.
I wonder if military would have popped up for police.
Player pass. Family number two is going to play.
Loading family.
Another player, okay. Got an answer for us? Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty. I hope it's up there for you.
Oh well.
I didn't see what they chose.
Good guess, but it's not up there. Strike number one.
What did they say?
Player, let's go. Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty.
Taxi driver?
I hope it's up there for you.
Post officer? I'm an off-duty taxi driver.
Good answer. Good answer.
Mechanic? Oh, are you trying to give me an answer, Bermuda? No, it's not our turn, although we do have to think of one for when it comes back to us. Well, if it comes back to us.
Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty.
But no one calls them off-duty teachers.
Survey says
Do they?
strike number 2. Number 1. One more strike. You get a chance to steal. Next player.
Grub Killer 43, thank you for the follow.
Name an
YouTuber.
occupation whose members go on duty and off duty.
I literally said police. Telling me police officer was the correct answer, I swear to God.
Be the answer.
Should have known by police, I meant police officer. Fuck you.
Police officer.
Don't woohoo me, shut up.
Number 1.
I literally said police officer.
Next player. What's your guess?
The game is literal dog shit that they didn't accept police as police officer.
Occupation whose members go on duty.
Even the NES version can do that much.
All right. Show me that answer.
I should be swearing, because I'm upset with that. Physician.
Exactly. Next player. Let's
Cute and doggo, thanks. She's a cute doggo.
go. Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty.
Nurse. Off-duty nurses? I guess off-duty nurse and doctor would make sense.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble now.
Absolutely. Another player. We need another answer. Name an occupation whose members go on duty and off duty. You never know what's going to be up there. Survey says.
Survey says. That's. Damn it.
Right on.
Ah. Ah.
Family number 2. You did it. Excellent.
Ah. It's not fair. I said police.
That brings us to the end of the second round. Let's check out those scores. You're in the lead, family number 2. Okay, it's round 3. Let's go.
It's round 3. Let's go. Game is bad. I mean, is it the game's fault that the 100 people didn't say lifeguard?
Come on, another player from each family.
I'm assuming they really asked 100 people.
You know how it goes. 100 people survey. The top 3 answers are on the board. Good luck. Both families ready? Tell me a place you go where you just know you're going to have an alcoholic drink.
Alright, Brian.
Your answer, family number 1.
I think you might know about drinking in VR chat. What places do you enjoy going? I mean, the bar makes the most sense. But I mean,
Show me the answer.
Taco Bell bathroom. Like, how is that not like the number one answer? Bar? Who said that? Bar? Well, tavern is just an old-fashioned bar.
Are you gonna play or pass?
I guess circle for play. A pub, a tavern.
Number 1.
They're all just fancy names for the same thing.
Next family member.
Tell me a place you go to where you just know you're gonna have an
alcoholic drink.
home.
I hope it's up there for you.
Wow. No home.
Good answer, but no. Gotta give you a strike.
In your workplace.
Another player, okay. Got an answer for us?
Ganondorf.
Tell me a place you go where you just know you're going to have an alcoholic drink.
Southern. House party. A party? If I just see party, is that good enough?
Is it there? Show us.
Is it there? Ooh. Alright, party. Good, good.
Good answer. Good answer. Another player. We need another answer. Tell me a place you go where you just know you're going to have an alcoholic drink.
Hmm. Anywhere else? Where else do people drink? A club? I mean, how much is that different from a bar? Set of Family Feud.
Time's running.
Why did I put cabbage there? Is this gonna make me say cabbage?
On the board.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's strike number 2. Careful. Only one more strike. Another player, okay.
Church. Restaurant?
Tell me a place you go where you just know you're going to have an alcoholic drink. Good answer. Good answer. Is it up there?
The liquor store. You can't drink it at the liquor store, though.
Top 3.
If you're meeting a sensible woman in church, you better believe you're indulging in that blood. Well, let's see.
Tell me a place you go where you just know you're going to have an alcoholic drink.
Wedding reception. It better not be on there. Fuck you. Wedding reception.
All right, family number 2. You get the points this round.
Wedding receptions aren't parties.
End of this round.
No, they're receptions, not parties. Otherwise, they call it a wedding party.
What a close game. Both families are playing well.
That reaction was so good. Wait, who's Louis over there?
In round 4, points are tripled. But
Triple?
only get one strike. Then the other family gets a chance to
This is it. This is our chance. This is how we win.
I need 2 more players up here. Let's go. A 100 people surveyed. We've
Oh,
got
5 answers.
up there. Good luck. Are you ready? Name something women buy to make their hands look good.
Their hands look good.
All out of time, sorry. Let's try this again, and we'll put up another survey on the board.
It's too late.
We surveyed 100 people. Top 4 answers are on the board. Try to give the most popular answer. Everybody ready? Name something that Jane Fonda is famous for.
Fucking don't know. I assume exercises.
Okay, family number 2.
Smile? I don't know shit about Jane Fonda.
It's on the board.
Oh well.
Well, I'm just gonna get this wrong and not have to answer it.
Family number 1. Your answer, family number 1.
Known for her TTs.
I want to see that answer.
Imagine if that pulled up an answer.
Nice try, but sorry. Let's try another question. We surveyed 100 people. The top 3 answers are up on the board. Here we go.
I'm so excited now.
Both families ready? Name something the fairy got.
Shit, easy, right? Right? Dress, shoes, fancy hair. Do we call them glass slippers? Is it gonna be wrong? Carriage.
Better hurry up.
I don't know. Pumpkin carriage.
I hope it's up there for you.
It's not, because I didn't finish the answer. It'd probably still be wrong. Pumpkin carriage, indeed, events 1.
No, I'm sorry. Family number 1, you get a chance now. Your answer, family number 2.
Coach. I guess that's the carriage.
Is it there? Show us. Absolutely. We need a decision. Play or pass?
Oh no, they're gonna play.
Who is going to play?
Oh no. They only get one chance.
Next player. Let's go.
Really has to get it wrong though.
Fairy godmother gave to Cinderella.
Slippers. I'm sorry I couldn't finish the word slippers.
Okay. Show me the answer.
If we're dumb and helpless.
Slippers. You got it. Our number 1 answer.
No, I didn't get shit. Don't look at me and say that.
Another player. We need another answer.
This dress would be the last thing.
Gave to Cinderella.
Oh, well, there it is.
Is it there? Show us.
Damn, all because I couldn't spell slippers fast enough.
All right.
This game's bad.
An entire survey. That's terrific. Yes. Family number 2. You get the point. That takes us to the end of this round. Let's check the scoreboard.
Yeah, we got destroyed.
Nice work, everyone. Moving on to the fast money round is our top money winner. Family number 2.
No,
So much for playing Family Feud.
no, I want to see the fast money round. Well, bad game. Alright, so one more.
Hi, welcome to the Family Feud. You can go directly backstage and prepare for the show, or you can go to our Create Your Family selection.
I gotta get the window on the screen. Yeah, this is the PS2 version.
Families are ready. The host is ready. So let's play the Family Feud.
Who are these assholes? Who's Smith and Jones?
It's time for the Family Feud. Are you ready to play?
Family editor. Edit number a male, senior, adult, young adult, senior, build. It's fat. It's only 3 options for each hairstyle. Yeah, we can actually be bald in this one though. Beard style. Can be Santa Claus. Now to just make them all Santa. Was it CCCBA-ing? Okay. Why are the colors different? They can't all be CCCBA-ing. Edit clue, oh, there's an edit clue open. Not enough shades of red, we got light red. It's top style, oh. Okay. Chain A. Oh no, I don't have the other accessories, I have to unlock them. The Claus family. Saint Nick. It's all gonna be the same person. Oh yeah. Fuck. Did you see how he blinks? Like, just something just comes out of his eye. Just appears. Alright, what's Santa 3's name? Something with claws. Or red clothing. It's gotta have that bling. Sometimes people misspell Santa as Satan. Sometimes. Although maybe the one that's wearing the cool suit should be the one that's called Satan. Seems more fitting. Claws family. Light red aka pink. It's weird how game graphics evolved over the years. Claws take naughty children out to the alley to teach them a lesson or two. I mean, I guess there was a Mrs. Claus, but should there be one Mrs. Claus for Santa Claus? Krampus. The Krampus family. Krampus. What shirt haven't we done yet? It's 5 shirts. I guess it's fine.
Now, let's get down to business.
The Claus family. Family data has changed, but I'd like to save. Yes, I hope so. The Freddy Krueger shirt. Suck nut, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We're finishing up some Family Feud. This is a PS2 version. We already played the NES, SNES, and PS1 versions. As far we won 2 games and lost 1, so we gotta stay ahead of it. What's the difference between standard and quick game? Online play. I said online. Not Studio 1, we're gonna unlock studios. Select clause family. Family 2 random. Choose opposing family skill level. How much do you want them to cheat? Average. Retrospective. Yeah, they're all terrible.
Let's start the family.
I feel like the PlayStation version was especially bad though. Oh no, the emulator's running slow. It's just way too much sand on the screen right now. Oh, it's also probably because I don't have the hardware rendering on, which would make it run faster, but it wasn't working with hardware rendering. So I guess we're playing a slow version of Family Feud.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the Family Feud.
So that might not be too bad.
Let's see who's best at the face-off. It's all about speed here. Buzz in and give
It's all about speed here.
But if it's not the top answer, then the other family will get a chance to answer as well. And they might do better. Okay, you guys, good luck. 100 people were surveyed, and their answers are on that board. You just have to tell me what they are. A word that starts with anti.
Just anti. Antithesis. How do I go back? Anti.
Survey says
Yeah, with only 4 answers, I guess they would understand antithesis anyway. Oh, you just want antithesis?
would you like to play or pass?
Depressant doesn't start with anti. Antidepressant is does though.
You were asked to name a word that starts with anti. That's a good answer, but what does the survey say?
But antisocial doesn't start with anti. Can't believe they misled me already.
2 answers still up on the board. Okay. You were asked to name a word that starts with anti.
Freeze.
Time to see what the board
Damn.
says.
This is average intelligence. They're too good. What's that big soup?
Left on the board. I asked you to name a word that starts with anti. Sometimes it's hard to think, isn't it? All right, 1 strike.
Damn. Called him stupid.
We've still got 1 answer left. I wanted you to name a word that starts with anti.
Anti-drugs.
Will this take you into an early lead? Let's see if it's there.
The fuck is an anti-drug?
Anybody can still win this. It's not over until one family gets 300 points.
300 points. This is too much Santa.
Let's do the face-off and see who takes control.
So for some reason, whenever I use hardware rendering, which would of course make this run faster,
And we're ready now.
It was like mirroring the screen on the right-hand side zoomed in, so I couldn't actually see anything.
Show past or present.
Or future. What the fuck is extreme date?
Let's see if it's there.
Well, now you have to think of one.
It's up there, but there are 3 higher answers remaining.
Oh, The Bachelor? I got like no time. Or no, the time stopped. I don't know if Bachelor counts as a dating show. Oh no, that I accidentally put 2 spaces. No, don't time me out. It's like I'm putting in
Let's see if it's there.
Hell's Kitchen.
And now are you going to play or pass?
I don't know what year this game was.
Pass?
I'm gonna hold The Bachelor.
Back to the question.
Oh, they're gonna make me play it.
Asked you to name
Oh no, I forgot to put glasses on that Santa.
dating show past or present.
Thinking time. Yeah, you get like no time at all unless I'm hitting the space bar here. This is how we stall for time. Fuck, I don't know the answer to this shit at all. A popular dating show, past or present. I don't watch that stuff. Oh no, we're in trouble. Popular dating show. Eaters. I don't know why I call that a dating show.
The board says you don't want 2 more of those. 3 answers remain. I asked you to name
I asked you.
television dating show past or present.
Sounds mad. It's getting serious with us now. What? Pasta?
Let's see if our survey agrees.
Cheaters.
Oh, that's 2 strikes.
Oh no, they're congregating.
3 answers left on the board. 1 more strike, and you'll lose control of the question. Let's not forget why we're here. We wanted you to name a popular television dating show, past or present.
Why would Santa know? He doesn't get TV on the North Pole. I can't think of anything.
So you're going to pass. Play passes to the other family for a chance to steal.
Like, I don't even remember Extreme Date.
Points are yours. A tricky question, and you've decided to pass.
Wait, they passed for no reason, so we get 5 points. We won. We got 5 points. Yeah, nobody knows. This is a stupid question.
Number 1.
Dating game. Hmm.
Number 2.
Change heart. Change of heart.
Show me number 3.
Blind date. Okay, I think I've heard of blind date.
There's plenty to play for. $20,000 to be precise.
Well, 5 points down, 295 to go.
Let's see who's best at the face-off. Let's make it more exciting. Let's double the points.
Wow, exciting.
Something that gets sliced.
If pizza's not on there, I swear to God.
Our survey says
3.
there,
3.
but there are 5 higher answers remaining.
Pizza is the least sliced thing. Bread? Well, that is a good answer.
Our survey says that was the number 1 answer.
They're literally called pizza slices.
Play or pass? Pass it is.
Oh, fine.
Right. We asked you to name something that gets sliced.
You. Oh, oh, oh. Some kind of fruit. Apples. Well, apple slices for your children's.
Let's see if it's on the board. You don't want 2 more of those.
Maybe fruit.
There are
Maybe I shouldn't have been
4 answers
specific
still
there.
up on the board. I wanted you to name something that gets sliced.
My enemies. Straight fruit. All sorts of fruit can be sliced.
Let's see if it's there. You don't want another one of those.
Golf slice. Golf balls.
There are 4 answers still up on the board.
4 answers.
There's 1 more up there. And guess what? You already have 2 strikes, so you only get 1 shot. You were asked to name something that gets sliced.
Alright, I'm going the Neo-Turf Masters route. I'm gonna go golf balls.
You need it to be there, or you could lose the points. Our survey says just 1 correct answer, and the other family gets the points. Okay, just 1 answer, and you could steal the points.
What do you got? Cheese.
Have you stolen the points? Let's see.
You're all dramatic, just flip it over. How does no one slice fruit?
What's number 2?
Tomato.
Let's see number 4.
Tomato's fruit. Meat.
Let's see number 5.
Cake. Alright, cake is good.
First team to 300 points gets a shot at the $20,000.
Struggling.
Come join me for the face-off. All points are now multiplied by 3.
Wow.
Way you can mess up taking someone's picture.
Something covering the lens, but I don't know an easy way to say that in one word.
The survey says
Photobomb.
answer up there that's better.
Blinking. Since he blink.
Is it there? Decision time. Play or pass? Passing sounds good to me.
Naked grandma.
Name. A way you can mess up taking someone's picture.
Yeah, but this game does not take answers too well. I know Len's covered, but will it like that as an answer?
Survey
Oh,
says
it's covered. Oh, well, we got it that time. Whatever.
4 answers remain. We wanted you to name a way you can mess up taking someone's picture.
I don't know, the flash not being on or being on when it should be.
Let's see if it's there. All right, that's 1 strike. We've still got 4 answers left. Let's not forget why we're here. We wanted
Going to
you
bed,
name
clip with your stream, Dark Wolf Art Holy. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.
someone's picture.
Focus is good. Unfocus, or just say focus and hope it fills in the blank.
Let's see if it's on the board. Oh, that's 2 strikes.
Well, it's asking for ways I can ruin it.
4 answers still up on the board. 1 more strike, and you'll lose control of
But
the question.
is it as the person taking the picture, or
A way you can mess
anyone?
up taking someone's picture.
The way I can mess up taking a picture of someone else? Break. Camera.
If it's not on the board, then you will lose control of the question. Time to see what the board says. I can't believe
This game is bad.
there.
These games get worse over time. I feel like
Passes to the other family for a chance to steal.
the 2 games we played on NES and SNES were better. Oh, I said flash.
It's hard, but you're still playing, and you can still force a sudden death situation.
I hate this game. So you accept lens, but when I say flash, you don't accept flash.
Let's see number 3.
Cut someone's head off.
Let's see number 4.
With the slice, I'm sure. No film, that's what I was gonna think of too. Or I thought of it. That was like after the last one. Out of focus. We said focus.
Plenty of points available.
Seems bad.
Come and join me. It's that time. It's the face-off.
1 answer on the board, but worth like 1 billion points.
For the top answer because it's sudden death. All right, there's 1 answer to get here. Buzz in and guess what it is as fast as you can. Whoever guesses it first takes the game.
Well,
Slang expression for the phrase "be quiet."
shut the fuck up.
Eat this!
What's slang for be quiet though? Slang?
Oh, don't tell me to shut up!
Just shut up. Is that really slang? We use it so much. I mean, I wanted to say shut the fuck up, but well, we did it.
You got it! You got it! You're going on to fast money.
See?
Good game, but it's not your day.
We didn't even get enough points to beat
You
theirs.
two are going to play fast money.
Oh, which Satan? Well, Satan, of course. Oh, this Satan's backup, Freddy Krueger, right?
Okay, it's fast money time. I'll ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. Try to give me the most popular answer. If you can't think of anything, say pass, and we'll come back to it if we can. If you get 200 points, you'll get $20,000.
Big money.
Can I have 20 seconds on the clock, please?
Only 20?
Clock will start after I read the first question. Name something associated with the Flintstones.
Yabba dabba doo. Associated with the Flintstones. It's dinosaurs.
Another word for street.
Road.
A noise people can't stop themselves from making.
Talking. Whoa. Yeah, they can't.
A kind of place where you might see a porta potty.
Probably a construction site. A work site. A street.
A famous male who wears tights. Real or fictional?
I don't know, Robin Hood. I like how when it's answering or asking the question, the timer keeps going. Now I suddenly have 2 seconds left.
That's 5. We asked you to name something associated with the Flintstones. You said survey says
Fuck you mean?
to name another word for street.
What do you mean there's no dinosaurs in the Flintstones? Is it because I put dinosaurs?
Survey says you were asked to name a noise people can't stop themselves from making. You went for our survey says we wanted you to name a kind of place where you might see a porta potty. You chose let's see if it's there.
Okay, good.
You to name a famous male who wears tights, real or fictional. Your answer was let's see if it's there.
Okay. It's good. We got 100 at least.
You need 96 points to win the big money.
Alright, I'm gonna put dinosaur with no S.
You'll be fine. I'll ask you the same 5 questions. You can't duplicate the answers. If you do, you'll hear this sound. I will say try again, and you just give me a different answer. If you can't think of anything, just say pass, and we'll come back to it if there's time. Because it's hard.
Vitamins.
25 seconds to give me your answers. First, we put 25 seconds on the clock. The clock will start after I read the first question. Name something associated with the Flintstones.
Let's look at dinosaur. I mean, Yabba Dabba Doo also. I don't know if Yabba Dabba Doo count.
Another word for street.
Street Avenue. Stop.
A noise people can't stop themselves from making.
What the dog doing?
Kind of place where you might see a porta potty.
Uh, I mean, if people don't want to be shitting in the woods, a campsite might be good. Camp. Camp.
Bruh.
It's like, or just camp.
A famous male who wears tights. Real or
Yeah,
fictional?
we'll try Superman. Although Peter Pan sounds like a good option too. Soupy Man. You know any real person who wears tights?
I wanted you to name
That would be popular enough.
associated with the Flintstones. You went for. Let's see if it's there. I asked you to name
Tell me the answer.
another word for street. You said. Is it there?
That was worth a lot too.
To name a noise people can't stop themselves from making.
We're probably not getting this one.
Chose. Our survey says you were asked to name a kind of place where you might see a porta potty. You thought.
You thought.
Survey said.
Oh, that's not a lot.
You to name a famous male who wears tights.
Superman better be worth like 100 points.
You thought.
We need 54. It's possible.
Is it there? That
21.
is tough.
Damn.
However, you do get $5 a point.
That's like nothing. Damn. I'll play again. No. Why do none of these games
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to come
ever
back
tell
and
us the
see
top
us
answers?
right
It's the one thing they've all done wrong.
here. Feud.
Well, we don't know about the PlayStation version yet. That's the good thing. Yeah. Batman. Well, that was fun. What did you think, Brian? Which was your favorite Family Feud version? SNES? Yeah, I think so too. At least I feel partial answers work in that one. This one doesn't seem like it works at all. Man, I feel like the answers are even smaller in this one because they barely fit the little space they give them. Like the answers are a bit more complicated in this one, but the space doesn't seem like there's enough space for potential answers. And the fact that they're not actually, like, checking for possible alternatives in your answers. Like, you have to be almost exact, or it won't count. Play it on PC. I don't have that version available. Just took the console versions that I could find. Alright, so with that, we'll finish Family Feud. Thank you, Brian, for the request. I guess I only have 2 games to work on today. Although I don't think the second one's gonna take super long. Let's do the SNES one once more for Brian. Thank you so much for playing like this had to be vitamins or cereal. Flintstone cereal, I have cereal. Big one too. Bedrock. The Awooks are back. Nine answers on the board. Yeah, and this one has more answers. Name a family dinner you've never served accompany. You're not gonna feed them your spaghetti? Your famous spaghetti? Spaghetti. I don't remember how spaghetti. Macaroni. See, that one got macaroni out of spaghetti. I bet the other game wouldn't have. Oh, we tied. We both have 9s. What do you mean? Why do they get to choose? Why is their 9 better than my 9? That's not fair. Meatloaf? I like meatloaf though. What's wrong with meatloaf? I mean, it's not anything fancy, but it's fine. Soup? Well, why don't you make a better soup and then you wouldn't have to worry about feeding it to your guests. Hot dogs. Oh no. Hot dogs. I mean, you go to a cookout and that's what you get. You get hot dogs and hamburgers. Saying you wouldn't feed that to your guests? Wait, you wouldn't bake a pizza for your guests? Family dinner you'd never served to company. Boink, boink, boink. I mean, we can try it. What's the worst that could happen? Hamburger with leftovers. What's wrong with pancakes besides, you know, not really being a dinner? I mean, I guess they didn't specify dinner, did they? Can't believe they're dissing the steamed hams. No, I wouldn't serve leftovers. Why that's not the number one answer, I don't know. Name someone you deal with all year to whom you give a Christmas at gift. Or a gift at Christmas. I can't read. I do not have a hairdresser to give Christmas gifts to. Coworker. Maybe, if you like them enough. Damn. I did say dinner? Well then, yeah, I guess I wouldn't serve pancakes for dinner. That's understandable. They're not ready for an incredible luncheon. Maybe that was the problem, it wasn't lunch. It's dinner. And someone that you deal with all year, to whom you give a gift at Christmas. Family. Why would I guess hairdresser? Naked grandma. I hope it's on there. Damn. Someone you deal with all year. Someone you deal with as if they're insufferable. Someone you don't want to be around. So I guess they don't want to be around their hairdresser. How about just grandma? The fuck do you mean you give the paperboy a Christmas gift? Why did 19 people say this? Boss, postman, and friend. I don't, as a kid, I've never seen any paperboys. I don't know which part of the US had a lot of paperboys, but definitely not where I lived. Need something that's made for baby safety. Nothing is made to keep babies safe. The world is danger. Something associated with Adam and Eve. Condoms. Snake. Snack. Garden. No Garden of Eden. Naked. God. Exile. Oh, fuck you too, game. What do you want? Oh my god, I hate this game. What's wrong with Garden? I would never have gotten Fig Leaf. Well, at least this version of the game is fast. It does not take very long to... I should have just been looking for Garden. Or any part of it. I should know better. Nah. Who needs a specific garden? Any old garden will do. Oh. Name an occasion after which people suffer a little letdown. After seeing the lottery numbers come up that they didn't win. Alright, what's this one? Tell me something you associate with Canada. This one might be fun. The syrup. No syrup, okay. Mounted police. Oh, the Mounties. Oh, they're passing it. It's been so long since you last seen your son. Are you saying that for real or as a Canadian thing? It's not seeing your son a common Canadian thing. Tell me something you associate with Canada. The syrup isn't good enough. How about the leaf? Can I say leaf? I have to say maple leaf. Okay, maple leaf. Okay. I'm just gonna say syrup on its own. Let's see if that's... I don't know. Colonization. Moose. Ryan over here thinking of kimono friends. No mooses. No meese. Oh, hockey. Oh, they're spelling the bad word. Niagara Falls. I mean, I guess. It's like, that's where you cut when they start with N-I. It's like, cut the stream. Okay, hockey was on there. The French. I don't think so. Syrup, huh? It's fine, we can catch up. Name a reason why a high school grad might put off going to college. Or, you know, because college is pointless. um, I guess play. Freedom. Who wants to go to college right away? They want to enjoy their life for a little bit while they don't have any school. Every woman's my enemy. Moose. Location. Not accepted yet. Like, not accepted to the college of choice yet. Not accepted. Or nothing's good enough. Get tired of school, isn't that what I said? Freedom? Well, I guess that's what I said freedom for. This game's bad. Job. Wants to travel. Army. Doesn't they want to travel instead of going to college? Alright, triple points. Let's do it. Name someone or something associated with gym. I don't do people. Pop culture ain't my thing. And Johnny who? In the feature on today's newest okay. Let's go, guys. What the newest cameras of yesteryear? Instagram filters. I don't know how old is Flash. Flash settings. Film. Oh no, this will be a terrible answer. Auto flash, okay. So that was a new and improved function. Timer. It's passive. They have no answer. Let's see what they can provide. Auto rewind. What are you auto rewinding? You mean like the film inside and to roll it back up instead of having to do it manually? Then I guess I could see that. Oh no, they're good. They're doing Zoom. Uh-oh, but there's one that's bigger than Zoom. Oh no. Autofocus. Oh, GG's. I like how they say no answer, but then they sweep it after I give it to them. It was a trick the whole time. They got it wrong on purpose to make me think that they didn't know shit. Damn, this version's hard. That's why it took us like so many tries last year to try and get a win. Oh, the whole answers. Name something used only in winter. I don't know. Sled. Number 2 answer. I'm off to bed now. I think I found a place to chill. I'll see you when we go live. Thank you, Grub Killer. Grub Killer, thank you for the follow and have a good one. Snow tires. Guess I'll play it. Only in winter wreaths. No one uses a wreath at any other time of year, right? I guess it's not specifically because of winter though, it's because of Christmas. Why isn't it one and the same? Good night, friend. I think something used only in winter. Shovels? The shovels aren't used only in winter. If I say snow shovel, that might work. Nice. Alright, what else do we have? Snow blower? Were there snow blowers back then? Scarves? 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 A plow? Snow plow? Let's just attach snow to everything. A snow scarf. Should get all the answers. Snow plow. Snow. Dang, no plow. Boots? I mean, we wear boots at other times of year. However, here we only use snow boots during the winter. Darn. Well, I tried. Gloves? What do you mean? We wear gloves all the time. Coat, snowmobile, skis, heater, Tire chains, earmuffs, fireplace. I don't know about gloves. Let's do it. Name something you see little boys chasing. Little girls. Frogs. Number one answer. Each other. Chasing other boys. Chasing their dreams. I think that might be too much for Family Feud. I don't know, bugs. Bug. Chasing after toy cars. Good grandmas. Of course. What did I think of that one? Darn. Good answer though, Brian. We'll get him one of these days. Oh my god, each other was an answer. Dang, you were right. You were right, Cherry Goggles. Balls. Those boys don't chase balls. It's pretty gay. I'm not at that age yet. Name something of which a man might have a collection. Cards, stamps. No collectible cards? Baseball cards all the time, or did I have to say baseball cards? Sports cards. I hate you. There's all sorts of sports cards, not just baseball, though. Why don't you just put them under sports cards? Stamp collection. No stamp collection. Alright, we're just gonna go through all the cards then. Basketball cards. Since that's all people can collect are just cards. Coins. Collecting autographs. I mean, back then, I guess maybe so. Good answer. The humble family. I said stamp. Did I have to make it plural? Are you kidding me? Right. Guns. Literally said stamps. Stamp. Stamp. Fuck you, humble family. Describe the pattern on your favorite pajamas. I wear pajamas. People steer. Vehicle. Or is that too much? It's too generic. I mean, car, truck, bus. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess vehicle would have been the top, like, 100 answers. So they couldn't accept that one. $90 points for car. Bike. Truck, van. So I'm gonna name different vehicles. Airplane, I don't know. Time for them to get it right and we lose again. They're literally gonna say bicycle. Bicycle. Oh my god. Damn it, Brian, this is the worst version. What do you mean bike isn't synonymous with bicycle? It's not fair, Brian. Its parents name someone kids look up to. Oh no, why did you answer? No, that means I have to answer. Superhero. Imagine not looking up to Spider-Man. I know your answer, do I? Remember when we gave an answer and accepted it as completely, yeah, it's literally grandparents. Something. And accepted that, but then parents, so we said parents. It unlocked grandparents, but then parents was also on the board. I think that's what it was. Brian just wants me to put naked grandma. Damn. If only I took the chance to say naked grandma, we might have got it there. Clergy. That's what it was. You said parents. Gave us grandparents, but not parents, which is also an answer. That's exactly what happened. You think number one is excuse me, think number one is parents? You think it's this question? Did we get it back? No, this one says besides parents, though. I'll just get it wrong. Nope, they got it. It's like either I don't know or no guess. Who said actual answers that were yeah, that the other game did. But the future games did have some wrong answers. Name a place for business where armored trucks make pickups. Not the bank, I guess. Or the prison. Bank. Or treasury. The prison. No. No picking up and dropping off prisoners in armored vehicles. I don't know. What else is super secure that needs protection? Place of business. The White House. Oh. Alright, one more. Fort Knox. Yeah, but what's the Fort Knox's business? I mean, prison, we already tried that. A silver gun? No, that'll be after this. Let's eventually win a game of this one. Trying real hard. Get the grandma. Good answer. Casinos. The grocery? What are they smuggling into the grocery? So how you doing, Bill? Name something you both blow into. Whistle. Party favors. Balloon. Horn. Rick loves balloons. Musical instrument. What the fuck is a whistle then? I mean, whistles can be musical instruments. Maybe they're not used as such usually, but you blow into a candle, you blow it out, but I don't know if it's into one. I'm gonna try it just in case. What do you call those little bubble thing that you, a bubble wand? No bubble wand. The only thing people blow into it, party favors. It's probably not it. Inflatable. That should be some kind of inflatable object. Alright, no answer, or do you got something? I fucking hate you, game. Give me a bubble pipe. Nobody calls that a pipe. The fuck's a bubble pipe? Damn, I can't catch a break in this game. A pipe. A literal pipe that shoots bubbles. No, who would say this but before, you know, an actual bubble wand that most kids use all the time? Oh, I'll just have to turn off that milestone shout out. Ugh. All the pictures of it are kids in black and white. Of course, nobody knows what a bubble pipe is. That's enough scamly feud for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, now it's war. I need to win at least one before I radiant silver gun. This game just keeps cheating us. Should be in bed, so good night. Alright, Red Cherry Goggles, thanks for hanging out. Have yourself a good rest. Alright, let's do it. Name a country you don't want to don't want to visit. Alright. Well, let's see how many countries you can badmouth and get banned for. Well, let's start with everyone's favorite. Only 3. Brave people, those 3. Libya. More than China? What did Libya do wrong? These are 90s Americans. So then they wouldn't say America. Cuba? Russia? Colombia? I feel like Zimbabwe has to be on there somewhere. They were always talking about the hungry kids. That you had to pay all sorts of money to feed them. I feel like people were aware of that. They wouldn't want to live there or visit. Something like that. Quit lying to me when you say good answer. India, Lebanon, Vietnam. Korea not even on the list. I don't know about all these other places or why, what reasons these people had personally to answer those locations. And something that comes in a spray can. Paint. Aerosol spray. Nice smells. Whipped cream. Or cheese whiz. And deodorant. Cheese whiz is 90s. All that matters is the triple round. Oh, did I spell deodorant wrong, or you just not take my answer? Oh, it's deodorant. Not odorant. It's deodorant. Name a holiday when the flag is flown. So it's like 4th of July. Flag Day. Oh, going for the low-hanging answer. Apparently only 3 people said. I guess Independence Day. Fourth of July. Was able to handle that one. It's Veterans Day. Or is it Memorial Day? Maybe I should have said that. Memorial Day. Veterans Day. Are they 2 different days? Okay, these are 2 different days. Oh, we did it. Easy 300 points. We actually get to play the round. Finally. Okay, let's do it. Your family will play the fast money round. Here we go. This is for all the marbles. Name a meal dieters skip. Dinner. I guess breakfast and lunch sounds like something I would skip. And then people would just end up eating dinner and only dinner, right? That seems to make the most sense. Name your favorite canned fruit. I think canned fruit. Because people would like pineapple or peaches. Means something that oil is transported in a car. Oil, like, what do you mean oil is like a truck? A big boat that has oil spills. Name something you do only on a sunny days. That's swimming. Oh, name the age when you were in the best shape. 0.
Survey says. Survey says. Survey says. Survey says. Survey says.
Okay, not bad. None of them was the #1 answer, so breakfast. Do you think it's just dinner? Would people skip dinner? People skip lunch. Like breakfast and dinner is a lunch, right? If they would skip lunch, go right to dinner. Name your favorite canned fruit. I think people would like peaches, if not pineapple. I don't really know any other canned fruits. Name something that oil is transferred a ship, an oil liner. I'll just boat. Oil drums? Oh. You say drums or barrel? Drums. Oil drum. It's cheating to have oil in the answer. Something we do on sunny days. If not swimming, then what? Let's put beach. Go to the beach. Name the age for your best shape. 0.
Survey says. #1 answer. Survey says. #1 answer.
Oh, never mind. You're too strong.
Survey says. Survey says.
Damn, no one said 0. I guess no one would want to go back to that baby size. If I had a body of a 0-year-old. 0 is just too little. But we won. We got a bunch of #1 answers. Alright, finally. I guess that means we can go to Radiant Silvergun.